Imagine you're Kevin Durant. You're a 6'10" shooting over niggas you can't even see guarding you. And then some random high school kid bags your skills. Or don't imagine it because you're trash at basketball.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Nah, I don't know what it is, but Disney was cooking when they used to make movies back in the day. Because bro, how do you make a movie this good? You got Kevin Durant in a movie? That's tough.
How much dick riding you gonna do?
Movie opens up and my man's Brian is already getting a sweaty towel thrown at him. Straight blood, sweat, and mystery meat juice on that shit. You know school's dirty as hell. Probably got some hair eating disease on it. Just ask KD himself. My son Brian out here watching KD highlights thinking he could do this too. Dog is so animated. Like, why are you moving like that? And this is what 95 of the basketball community looks like when they give bad NBA takes. These niggas will be in IG comments giving the worst takes imaginable, and they be playing basketball like this in real life because this nigga gotta be smoking good gas or something. I don't even care if this is a question. Not saying I watched 90s basketball, but this should have never uttered out of your mouth. I do not care. He goes outside the hoop and it's not looking very too good because bro loses the ball on the behind the back. Like how? He had to make a face like, damn, I'm really this trash. Ben Simmons somewhere probably telling himself that right now. Nah, bro is so bad. Bro shot over the backboard with his sister secretly recording him. Why is it in every Disney movie there's always that annoying sibling? Like bro, just mind your business. Go watch Coco Melon or something. And watching this movie, bro, when I was little, I was geeking when I seen Isabel walk through that hallway for the first time. Cause my boy Brian looks up and instantly gets stunned. Instantly locking eyes with my boy. Hey, Unc, get out the way, bro. Nobody cares what you gotta say. And every single time I watch this scene, I'm like, bro, Brian, why are you smiling like that?
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Bro speed running how to creep her out. And somehow his mans already knows her name when she just moved here. While they're at lunch, bro's just yapping about Isabel. Bro, why is Brian staring like that? Bro, relax. Brian's like, I'ma go talk to her. His man's knowing the type of field goal percentages he be having is like, whoa, right now? Slow your roll. He ends up shooting this milk carton and oh my gosh, trash. Even he had to make a disgust face. He's walking up to her, probably thinking of every scenario if this doesn't go good. You know what they say? The worst she can say is no.
Worst she can say is no.
What's your name again, baby?
What your ass ugly as fuck?
I pop my door and I'm doing it quick. He made him with this, put his ass on the bench. If he got something I want, then I'm taking that shit.
I don't understand why you even did this to yourself. This made you look so fucking stupid.
As she looks up, he's about to talk, and this loser Connor yells out to the whole cafeteria to look at the screen, and it's a video of him jumping off of his roof to land on this trampoline and dunk himself. Nah, this shit got me crying. Why is this man's flinching like that? It always gotta be that one Disney bully. Do you not have a life? But Isabel's the only one not laughing, feeling bad for him. Y'all take it out you want. I'm counting this as a win. I ain't gonna lie, he lost, but he won. He lost, but he won. Stay with me now. And looking at a lot of these people in this cafeteria, I can tell these guys have no type of lives. It be the side characters that be feeling themselves the most. Look at Shorty right here. You having an awfully good time. Would've walked up to her how LeBron did Stephen A. Smith. Straight pressed her out. Nah, I'm trolling. And after school, Brian is like, man, should I ignore him? And his man starts naming everything Brian doesn't have in his bag.
No way. I would say give him hell. You know, if you were bigger, or richer, or more talented. But, well, he's a jerk.
But he's at home depressed, knowing that he probably lost fine shit. I ain't gonna lie, this how I was moving when that one girl that I never dated ghosted me. Shit really be tragic out here. But his dad surprises him with OKC tickets. The OKC are playing the Pistons, and these 2-day contract players missed their layups. Katie get the ball and take it down to the rack, and my boy Brian get a little bit too excited. I ain't never seen nobody this hype over basketball. Bro definitely gotta be faking his reaction. Remind me of that one time where Drake felt bad cause KD got injured. This nigga did not feel bad at all. But we not really here for KD at all. Brian is explaining all the moves that KD did to his dad because, you know, he's an old head. And his dad hits him with every parent's signature classic. If you put as much time into your schoolwork like you played the game, you would be a genius. Nah, that is not how it works. Hey, but Dad of the year, Brian was one seat away from getting the ticket to be in the halftime show, but his dad ends up giving it to him. My son walk out there with 2 cheerleaders on his side. He's winning. Most I can relate to this is when 2 people helped me go to the nurse's office when I broke my collarbone in the 3rd grade. And look who it is in the crowd. It's Connor. And my nigga, do you have a yes man as a dad? Cause ain't no way bro is hating on a teenager. So if Brian makes a half-court shot, he gets $20,000. You know the NBA. That shit is cap. This guy Connor is real live a loser. Bro's yelling from the sidelines and has his trash ass phone getting ready to record Brian. Brian seen that and started stressing, knowing that if he misses badly, he's getting clowned the next day at school, cause he shoots it from half court and this nigga absolute misses.
You know what I'm saying? Stroke that thing, bro.
Gave the nigga in the costume CTE. Bro missed so bad the ball rolled over to where KD was standing, and he gets the ball signed by KD, and he says how he wish he had KD's talent, and the electrical shock just goes through the ball, causing Brian to just take his powers. Brian waking up the next day, bro's out here making everything. His mans is telling him how Connor posted the video already. Like, this guy seriously has no life. Bro is really one of those types to just go to school, play sports, and eat lunch. Straight, yo bro, you finna eat that? You finna eat that? While Brian is just spinning whatever body part this is, and my boy's having fun cause he's spinning this textbook, and his annoying sister wants to go to the carnival. While they're at that carnival, Brian spots Connor stinking it up at this game. Why is Isabel with him? He don't deserve that. And Pete Shorty trying not to laugh. And one thing I want to touch on is, why are they wearing their varsity jackets outside of school? Look at this dweeb to the right. Bro's wearing his varsity jacket over a button-up shirt. I'm pretty sure these niggas do not wash that shit. Isabel tells him it's okay, you don't gotta keep embarrassing yourself. But this guy Connor got that Cash Nasty glitch jumper. Why are you hesitating? There's no defender on you. Breaking once again. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just cheesing just watching her laughing at this nigga. Like, this just brings me joy. And this guy Connor talking about some the rims are not regulation. Nigga, what the fuck you mean? Bro, don't get mad at the rims cause your butt. Dudes be blaming stuff on something that has nothing to do with this situation. She tells him, I don't want you to waste any more money. But this spoiled little brat talking about some, oh, there's plenty more that came from. Nigga, shut up. And he talking about somehow his family has plenty of money. Go get a job. Now I know some of you backed away from the scream. Job? Ugly. Brian and Mitch are laughing in the background, and Connor turns around and he throws the ball at Brian. Brian scratching his head like, damn, he really just called me out. Now if I don't shoot it, I'ma look like a bird. Him and Mitch are about to walk away, so he just turns around, shoots, and laces that bit. Even had to hold the follow through. He's him. Hands in the pocket and all, had the husband pressed. Nah, you got it, gang. Connor pays for another try to throw the ball back at Brian. He shoots again and laces that bit. Now even the game coordinator was glazing too. Pays for one more. And Connor, she's not fucking with you, my nigga. Bro looked back like she was feeling him. Bro, she's took. And he laces that home one more time. Nah, he really a salty ass nigga, bro. Bro seen all that space in the amusement park and decides to try and bump Brian. And this guy with the trash ass fit too. Bro thought he was nice, and he gets the panda for Isabel. While these niggas are standing there, bro, go home. You just burnt all those shots, tried to embarrass a nigga, and he fried you and took your girl. This gotta go down in the most down bad shit of 2025. While Brian is having the time of his life, KD is not. Looking like all those niggas in my gym class when they see a bad joint walk in the gym. She's not feeling you, bruh. Slow down the pace. While my boy's Brian at home saucing it up, hitting tween, shooting from deep. And this is where he figures out he's him, cause he just goes for a dunk and just jams that bit. Bro tried to play it off nonchalantly, but then he got excited realizing he can dunk. Now we're in the school gym, and my boy Brian trying to try out for the team since he was a towel boy. And this guy Connor is talking about some who's gonna pick up my jockstrap if he's not the towel boy.
You wear a jockstrap?
You a grown ass man talking about some you wear a jockstrap. And for basketball at that, even his own mans on the team had to clown him. Like, why are you wearing a jockstrap? Connor tries to talk shit to him, and Brian just snatches the ball from him. Coach lets them play, and this is where my man's Brian starts saucing up Connor. And you really want me to believe Connor was the star basketball player? Look at this guy's defensive stance, cause ain't no way you call that reaching for the ball. Brian goes back, he like, bring your ass here, boy.
I'm about to make that lion bring that ass here.
Saucing this nigga up, dropping him to the floor to pull up for the midi. Everybody on the sidelines was glazing. I ain't even gonna hold you for the safety of everybody right here, right now. Please go ahead and check this guy's book back in the locker room.
Might be a school shooter, my nigga, I'm telling you.
He goes on offense and cookies, give me those. Tries to press up, but what type of defense is this? Why you trying to put your meat in his face? Back up. Hitting a step back. Connor, where the hell are you going? And lacing the mid-range. Connor's so bad, this guy tries to fake like he's about to tie his shoe to drive to the paint. Hey, what they say? Blocked by James. Ain't that what they do? Stupid ass. The coaches look at each other like me and my mans when we see some fine shit. And this potbelly ass coach starts putting his hot ass breath in Brian's face, which I know he just devoured a full rack of ribs before this. Brian shakes it off behind the back through his legs. Spin move on the other coach. Connor, what are you doing? Nigga over there reaching for the coach's meat. That is not the ball you're reaching for. And Brian goes up and just yams that bit. Had everybody on the sideline surprised and the coach stunned. And you can tell Brian is taking this shit to the full advantage, cause bro's pulling a Mac McClung before Mac McClung catching a oop over the car, but his mans wasn't even recording.
Wait, let me turn on my camera.
I swear, everybody will remember every bad moment of you, but when you get a good moment, they don't remember that shit at all. And for Katie's part, I'm not really gonna cover it too much because it's just him playing like ass, because it's so bad. Bro has Candace Parker talking to him, and his agent for the whole movie is trying to figure out where Katie's powers went. But back to Brian, this guy Connor is still trying to throw the towel, but Brian is a starter now, and he just ends up throwing it at the coach. Boom, tip ball starts and Connor gets the ball. Brian comes off his screen on the wing and swings it to Connor, with bro driving for the layup getting a bucket, but Connor does not return the favor, with Brian being wide open, resulting in him taking this contested jumper. Yo, I would have pulled bro to the side and say, hey, let me tell you something, and slapped the shit out of him, and the other team ends up getting an easy bucket. Brian yet again comes off another off-ball screen, wide open, top of the key, finger licking. And yo, I know the niggas that had a parlay on this game was heated, because if I would have seen some shit like this, yo, I would have stormed the court and just put bro in a headlock. Cause what type of layup attempt is this? Did you ever practice that type of move? But I ain't gonna lie, yo, the coach is valid for this. He said if you don't pass the ball, I'm gonna choke you.
Will, he chokes me. Chokes me.
Nigga, what? Connor finally passes the ball and Brian starts spamming tweens, doing a behind the back, making these two numbskulls run into each other. And come on, bro, what type of freaking CGI is this? He just levitated off the ground and dunked it? Yeah, watch out. Had the scouts on the sidelines like, damn, who is him? And after one game, my boy Brian gets the varsity jacket, going on an insane run. Yeah, number 5, give up on your basketball dreams now. Brian running to the paint doing my type of layup. After Brian goes on his insane run, people are out here following him in the hallways. This the type of motion I'm trying to have when I go back to school, my nigga. Y'all please follow me. Follow my socials down below too. Appreciate y'all boys. Make these two defenders bite and he just pulls up for the 3 Steph Curry style. And he got fine shit cheering for him in the crowd too. Connor throws up the lob and Brian just catches it, dunking that bit. But like I said, nothing really happens with the Kevin Durant situation, so we just gonna go back to Brian. They're at the go-kart track, and I know somebody that watched Final Destination fearing this. He spots Isabel on the track and he's like, I'm on that. But he's too mesmerized because bro, as he starts talking to her, this nigga almost crashes. She said whoever loses has to buy the other one a snow cone, and he bumps into some tires 5 seconds later, with Isabel making this Debbie Ryan type face. Katie is really going through it because this guy can't even do a crossover without falling. Tries to do a spin move and the ball just flies out of his hand, hitting this guy in his nuts. Good thing he looks like he's about 40, because if he was my age, he's never having kids. But his agent Alan goes on an investigation, realizing that Brian stole KD's skills, and he pulls up to his game the next day, and Brian is doing everything. Had bro taking off his glasses. Nah, you seeing everything right? While my boy Brian getting rizzy with Isabel. But Connor, she's not waving at you, nigga. Get out the way.
You thought she was waving at you, huh?
Man, I'm so mad I wasn't Brian's age when this movie came out, bro. I would have been geeking if I was in his spot. Alan the next day meets up with KD and tells him that Brian stole his skills, but KD is not believing none of that BS. Brian and Isabella are sitting on this truck and she's asking, wait, do you know that guy? This guy Alan pulls up on Brian while he's trying to have a date. Bro, if I see my man's had the ISO with a junk, I'm not messing him up, because he sits with them and starts interrogating him. Isabel states how they're on their date, and Alan pulls out his trump card saying he's Kevin Durant's agent, and Brian got the glazing. Next day they pull up to the school, they get in Brian's class and Alan starts capping his ass off.
The thing too, if you guys hear me making a noise, guess what's hurting, bro? My motherfucking knee, bro. I'm literally playing on an injury that all these fucking soft ass NBA players would not be playing on right now. They're sitting out the rest of the season on this shit, bro. I literally, bro, I know something's damaged in my knee, bro, but I don't care because it's
saying KD was here to teach math. That boy KD got shocked. You know these NBA players graduate with 1.7 GPAs, and this guy Alan in front of the whole class is trying to get Brian to swap his powers back with KD. KD. And I don't know if any of y'all will want to have motion like this because people are watching Brian and KD eat. But somebody please be cautious for my mans that's standing right here. Bro, this is the type of stuff that be happening when you don't go to school on that one day. I stay at home being sick and all of a sudden LeBron pulls up to play pickup in gym. Brian is talking with KD in the hallway and he just ignores his man's Mitch. They're at a pool party while people are surrounding them and Brian is just talking about straight basketball. And this is when Isabel peeps that Brian is turning into a jerk. She literally tells bro, let's go somewhere and talk. I would have took up on that offer. Bro better than me. He just gets picked up. I would have forcefully got down and say, oh yeah, we out of here. Everybody starts clearing out because somebody says somebody's dad is coming, but it's just Allen. Bro picks him up out of the pool. He tells Brian how he stole Kevin Durant's talent and had to remind him, what was your scoring average? He didn't have no scoring average. That nigga was passing out towels and water. But I'ma just skim through the rest of the movie. KD still can't make layups. At the day of the pep rally, Brian is trying to talk to Isabel, but she tells him that she'll just talk to him after the basketball season is over. Brian says that if it wasn't for basketball, she would have never noticed him. But you must have amnesia, gang. She literally smiled at you the first scene we seen her in. People be just trying to cap just to make their case sound better. I ain't gonna lie, yo, can we all say like Brian is absolutely taking the biggest L? I know they say focus on you, but it's not like you talking to an IG thought. Brian pulls up to show KD that he actually took his moves. Had Unc in the background like, damn. Cause nah, he just does this Michael Jordan type of dunk. And we go through this montage of them trying to get KD's talent back. And it must be this serious because he tries to electrocute both of them. Brian pulls up to Isabel's house and apologizes to her straight. I really mess with you. Type shit. She lets him in the crib because he's trying to explain to her that he has Kevin Durant's talent. He shows her the shot where he hit Rumble in the head, had her giggling and everything. He didn't realize it's something, then storms out of her house, biking all the way over to the Oklahoma arena, riding his bike into the arena, and none of the security is stopping this. They probably in the break room eating donuts. Damn, who really about to go stop him? Shit, I don't know, that don't got nothing to do with me. And nah, this man's rides his bike onto the floor. Pulls up to KD realizing what he has to do to give him his talents back, gives Rumble CTE once again, and he ends up giving his skills back. KD goes out there and starts getting buckets. Next day, Brian wakes up and now he's just back to being just shitty. Pulls up to school, a nigga still glazing him, get off his body. And Isabel pulls up to the table Brian is sitting at with straight geeks. They seen a girl walk up to the table and almost disintegrated. Dudes have never been in a girl's presence at all.
Can we talk?
I kind of just sat down.
If I jump through this TV screen and just slam you through that table, what you mean you just sat down? But Mitch W, man, he tells him to go. And look at this guy that talks to absolutely no females.
The hot new girl and the star of the basketball team?
She said she was watching the game last night and ended up seeing Brian on the court. For her believing him, they walk off. And I can see my boy Brian secured that joint again. They're in the locker room and Brian realizing he finna play like straight trash. Coach tells him to give a speech and bro talking about some, if we lose, shucks, we tried our best. Coach looking like he wanted to choke him for real this time. They get on the court and Brian lost all type of confidence with him throwing this bounce pass out of bounds with Connor not even looking. Nah, and he got his ankles broken. Brian deliberately tells his coach how he just wants to sit the bench. I remember I said this when I was playing AAU when I seen some 6'10" nigga just doing East Bay and windmills off the backboard. I said, nah, I'm good. Nah, Mitch know he L-mans. Bro seen Brian miss a layup and started making this face. Connor doing this up and under. Bro thinks he's nice. I would have swatted that shit to the cheap seats. Brian sees KD and Allen pull up and starts playing with fire, ripping the ball away from this guy and passing it, getting an easy layup. And he's out there making hustle plays. Can't handle the ball, but he ends up bounce passing it to Connor. They end up going on a huge run with Brian having at least 10 assists. Bro was out there throwing straight dimes. His contest ends up forcing this miss. Connor comes off an off-ball screen to absolutely clank that shit. Bro gets the board and punches it off vert. Who's he feeling like? This guy blocks it and Brian gets it. KD tell him to push the pace. Go up the court. What you looking at me for? Brian brings the ball up the court and passes it to number 3. But I don't want this shit and passes it right back to Brian. With there being 10 seconds left on the clock, Brian throws it to Connor and gets absolutely packed. He damn near almost got snatch blocked. With the ball going to to Brian and he looks at the clock and he shoots the 3, winning the game. Everybody starts celebrating and my boy Mitch gets so surprised when he gets a hug from a girl. Next day, Brian pulls up to hoop with Kevin Durant and he thinks shit's sweet. KD absolutely swaps that joint and he gets yammed on, and that's gonna end it right there. This movie was inspirational growing up, but let me know if y'all boys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, comment down below what y'all want to see next, and I appreciate the recent love. Y'all boys have been going crazy, man. But with that being said, I'm out this bit.
We go through they shit, man, we not making no noise. Make 10 bands, my all white dope boys. I stay with the cables, they calling me chopper boy. Man, op nigga striking hand like Floyd. He got hit with some shit, he need more than a diaper. Bitch, I'm calling up shiesty, gon' bend on the strike. Man, pass me the Drake, man, it's time to go hoop. Cause good with the drums like he playing for Duke. Man, I see what nigga, I see you. He fighting for his life, yeah, I see.